Yes, indeed. What up?
What's going on? How's everybody doing?
We're
Good.
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 We're good.
All right.
Yeah, we're missing one. She'll come back.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I gotta make sure I'm right here. Hey, how you doing? This is Sharita C.W. Dela Cruz, and this is the Middle Page Podcast, powered by Blast Music 24/7 and Esoteric Entertainment. We have a wonderful full room tonight because we are continuing our conversation on the wants and needs of middle-aged women, and we got some middle-aged women in the house.
Hey.
Say hey, ladies,
Peace, peace, peace.
Hey.
and say hello, guys.
Oh, shoot.
What's going on? What's going on? What's up?
Hello. How y'all doing?
I want to say that we're representing 6 different cities today.
That'd be about right.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Another time zone, whole another time zone. So we are reaching out to touch others. Thank you, Anna, for joining us
Oh, thank you for
after
having
after
me.
your workday. My pleasure.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Wonderful. So check this out, y'all. I'm just going to ask y'all some questions. And I was told by someone that I might be in avoidance, but it's not that. It's just,
That be me.
I want to get the information for all the people that are in this room. Like, there's not even enough time probably tonight to even entertain all the information we're about to get tonight. But I want to start with asking a question. Is everyone in this room single at this time except for me?
Hell yeah. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yes, everyone is.
Yes.
Per
All right.
se.
So do me a favor.
Yes.
Do me a favor and take your time, but do it efficiently. Can everyone go around and tell me why you're still single,
Yeah.
including the males?
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
We can start with Sunshine. We can go counterclockwise.
Dang, I was just about to start tearing these cashews up. Well, because I just got out of a marriage
Mm.
that the person just was not, the character just unraveled. The lying, the not being, just the will to wake up to lie about everything.
My God.
I mean, literally, even down to like a little kid type situation. You know how when you lie to your mother because you don't want to go to school and say you got a fever? Ain't gonna tell you how he tried to say he was getting the fever just so he could go with me because I had to go take my truck to get service, but I had to go down to South Carolina to do it.
Mm.
Just so he could. If you don't go to work and make that money that you've been lying about that you've been making, yeah, like it was just lies on top of lies on top of lies. But I know who I want.
Right. So you're willing. So you're saying you're willing to.
But yeah, that's just why I'm single now. But there's definitely someone in the forefront. 2 of y'all have personally met this person, and that's on here right now, and 1 just heard about him. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Anna, why are you still single this time?
Take your mute off.
My fault. Okay, yeah. Well, I said same thing because
Oh damn.
now I'm a widow, but we were friends like towards the end, and being out here, I wasn't really around anybody, and was hesitant to date anybody. It's not like home, and so I'd say I was right. I was a prime target for somebody that turned out to be a covert narcissist.
Not
And
covert.
once you dealt with narcissists,
Dang.
I'm just saying you'll get the covert. Don't think that you won't get. They will.
There's
find
different
you.
types of narcissism. We
Yes.
need to explore that.
My husband was
If-
on all levels.
Yeah, we need to explore that. But we're gonna
But that's what those lies are, because they lie. They're habitual lies, and because they have to keep up this mask that they created.
Lie
for
to tell a
themselves.
lie to keep the other lie going, and you better hope they remember it, because they usually don't, and then you end up busting them.
And then they get off on your emotional response, and
Yep.
And I think it was the same thing for me. This guy completely lied for a year. I was living with him and everything. Worked at the same place, still do. And I shouldn't be saying all this.
Wait, hold on. You said y'all still work at the same place?
Yeah, but I'm good. Like I had already studied this stuff, so it was kind of like I thought I was clear to not be targeted by somebody that was gonna lie, but. This man, I'm like, how do you lie for a year about everything? Text me, I love you every day. Every day.
Because that's just words. You got to show me.
But I look at him now, he's like a little kid. I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
But I know, it's no contact, because when he said, you made it so you'll never come back, I said, that's the point.
Right.
I know that's right.
Wanted to.
And besides, she can't leave her job.
Right. Oh, that ain't happening. Oh,
not over no dude.
No. I was just wanted to know, like because I wanted to make sure I heard her correctly. Like they had the same. Ooh, I got some questions about that, but we gonna let everybody.
Oh, I shouldn't have did that. That's the main thing. But out here, it's like 1 in 5 people work at the same place. So.
Right.
Yeah. And that's why I'm not in Greensboro, because I'm out here working out here. So.
Yeah, she made a pimp decision to do that.
I know that's right. I ain't mad.
I drove my little
and
car.
I'm so proud of her for that.
Thank you.
Spread them wings and keep on flying.
So what am I doing if I had somebody lying to me for a year? So it was a lesson. So I know that's what I don't need.
That's right.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Martin.
Yes.
Why are you still single?
Well, mine's pretty easy and simple. It's by choice, because I don't want to waste somebody else's time, and I don't want nobody wasting my time.
That part.
My time and space is very, very important. And not saying that I don't want somebody in my life, but as we see, as all of us getting older in age, there's a level of tolerance that you're going to allow in your life, and just choosing to have a peace of mind. And no matter who you meet, you definitely have to have that level of understanding and balance. And so I just choose at the moment, not saying that it could change, but just understanding that my time, I don't like my time being wasted, and I'm definitely not willing to waste anybody else's time.
Right. All right, Raspberry. Raspberry, why are you still single?
Okay, so I'm single, but I have found my soulmate. Been having some very spiritual interaction with my soulmate. However, prior to this divine experience of return, I've been single for several reasons. I attract a lot of, because I'm like a healer type of nature person, I attract a lot of guys who see benefits in what I offer to provide, right? There's normally energy vampires, they definitely be narcissists. A lot of them have a lot of envy, and they tell me this, like they envious towards me or some way. And I just have to pull myself back, because not only is my light that I in the dating field, I attract butterflies too, but I've been attracting a lot of moths. I've been attracting a lot of broken individuals.
Moths. I like that.
Who just want to pretty much just leech on my energy, They start off real good, they know what to do, they know what it is how to rule someone. And I'm not saying I'm easy to fall, because I'm very selective But I noticed that a lot of these men that I had experiences with, some form of emotional need and healing from me versus like needed to be with me. So I had to take a moment and just pause back and just realize, okay, I am a caregiver by nature, so I have to be mindful of like the kind of guys that I've been attracting, you know, just to make sure that I'm not just attracting someone who's just looking for a mother in a sense. And it's kind of crazy how it sounds, but it's realistic as well. And then like a lot of liars. There's been a lot of liars. I also noticed like where I would feel comfortable in my skin and it would trigger them. It would trigger them. I'm not being disrespectful or anything, but it would trigger them to like where they feel like they have to sneak the things they say that they are into or their friendship. I'm like, why you not hanging out with your friends anymore? Hold on now, don't stop your life for me. Like,
Right.
Let's stay healthy here.
That's
like,
not what we doing here.
and then I'm super like encouraging and motivated, and I notice they start to like
get mad.
It ends up becoming too much, or
get mad because you're seen. Get mad because
exactly. And I had a guy once I was talking with, and like I met his friends, both female and non, and he was kind of upset how they like connected with me and how cool it was, and they were like, yo, she's pretty cool and stuff like that. And I noticed a little jealousy, and then it's to the point where he was like, I don't bring my friends around because they're insecure, but really he was projecting. I met a lot of projectors, just like guys who want to, and then they like to argue. I'm non-confrontational. I do not want to argue. We can talk about this. If we want to argue, we just have to hold on for a second and come back and try it again, because I'm not into the arguing and I want to yell. The fact that I'm like okay, and your feelings is valid, but then I handle them like I'm their therapist, and then it triggers them even more. So they either been liars, aggressive, or just energy vampires, honestly.
Mm.
So
The bounce. Go
I've
ahead.
been sick, and then out of nowhere, just working and healing on myself, I have had a divine experience where I have, and we both agree that we are soulmates. Before it happened, like I'm telling you guys, it's twin type of energy where it's unbelievable. I met him before I met him. I met him in my dreams, and then I met him. I seen his face and everything. I met him.
Oh, that's serious right there.
Both had the same type of dreams and all that type of stuff. And we was manifesting each other. And to this day, we agree that we manifest each other. And I've seen a whole, I'm very clairvoyant, so I do have like ability to see. And I've seen a whole, what the future is about to look like in a sense. And,
Wow.
So yeah, I'm going to just leave it as that.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's super dope. Real quick, when I was single because I got tired of the lies and the facades and all of those things. Like, I was resigning myself to be the cat lady. I was going to go to the shelter, get a bunch of cats, and to be the fly ass cat lady. You know, and
Okay.
I really wasn't thinking. I wasn't really thinking about relationships or nothing, because the last relationship I was in before the guy that I eventually married, he was a financial abuser. Like, I thought, I was like, you know what Cat Williams said? What about your attracting these types of guys? And so I had to really step back. After this last dude, before the guy that I married, I took 3 whole years in solitude. Like, I didn't want no smoke. I did not. Because it was like, man, how could he have pulled the wool like that? You know? And so coming back full circle to wants and needs of women in relationships, we'll start at Raspberry. What do women want? What do middle-aged women want? Just a few things. And we can expound on it. We can bounce around or whatever. And then we'll go to each person.
You know, from my perspective, I would say, even though, you know, I'm not quite there yet, but however, I do know that they want someone who's genuine, I know that consistency is a big thing, and I know that's part from me is consistency, genuineness. And just someone who's like, to me, someone who's relatable in a sense where you can actually build a connection and not just based off of chemistry and egotistical things and pure things. Those are pluses, but like just consistency is a big thing. Communication is huge, and yeah, you just see it like that.
Let me stop you right there. We got two guys here. Do you find that women make themselves relatable? Do you find that women make themselves or give the attributes that Raspberry just mentioned? Do women put themselves in position for that, guys? Or do you find that women are liars too and y'all wish they would stop it?
You can go ahead. You want me to go, Martin, or you go?
Look.
I mean, it goes
Don't
both.
pass the buck.
No, it's not a matter of passing the buck.
Mighty V.
I mean, it goes both ways, but I mean, it's just
Damn,
that
you stuttering.
for my account. No,
We not gonna look.
I
We
mean,
ain't gonna gang up on you later on the streets, Martin. We got love
promise.
for you,
I'm
You're
not
speaking
worried
for the
about
men
that.
tonight.
I'm not worried about being ganged up on because the fact of the matter is I have experienced, women being lied to men. You know what I'm saying? I was saying all the things that they want and they show a different thing. Just like, I mean, I don't want to go into my experience, but it's just that if you say one thing, you got to walk it that way. You can't just
Walk it like you talk it.
Exactly.
Walk it
You can't lay out all these expectations, and then 2 weeks later you become some other kind of monster, and you looking like, well, where did this person come from? Well, why are you not living up to this? Or you have all of these goal-driven things, and you're not going after them and stuff like that. And it's kind of like you waiting for the man to
Push you.
You know what I'm saying?
Into your destiny.
One thing about me, I'm very big in support. I will support you to the wheels fall off. But if you show me another side of you, I'll pull back and or question or ask you, say, hey, what's going on? Because
question.
Hold on, Raspberry had a
Go
question before you go any further.
I have a question because I kind of
so
feel him on that. Because this was a problem before. A lot of people show up as a representation of themselves, and then they don't start showing up who they really are, and they have expectations when they really become a hypocrite. So I completely agree. A lot of people have expectations on how someone else could be, but they don't even care minimal for that person. So I feel you on that.
Absolutely, I agree.
I think that people definitely send out the representative, and then you find out like way later. Like I had to fix it Jesus. I had to fix it Jesus on a lot of things because the guy I was dating, who eventually became my fiance and my husband, he really thought that I was like, I guess not as sensitive as I am, and I didn't send out the representative necessarily. He just didn't know that version of me. I never gave the facade like I wasn't sensitive or nothing like that, but it was more like he brought the femininity forth. His aura was able to give me enough comfort to get the femininity across. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of times people want to conceive that women get into relationships and get soft or this, that, or the third, or she's changed because of this or that and the third. It's not even that. I think someone said it best the other day when I was reading this article. When you're able to find comfort in a man after being independent for so long, there's nothing like being able to rest in the bosom of that relationship, if I can say it that way.
Yes.
There's nothing like that. And consistency. Who said consistency? I think everyone said consistency as well, right?
Yeah.
Just the consistency of not changing, things of that nature. Oh yeah, we're gonna let Veep go because he's not gonna escape.
Ain't nobody trying to run.
Before Veep goes, Carla said, "What's up, Suge?"
What's up, Carla?
Said, I think age changes things. Once you get over 40, what you see is what you get.
Mm-hmm.
You mean like, hold on, Carla. So you mean like you can't teach your old dog new tricks, or?
She talking about the representative part that y'all were speaking on, like how
some
people shut up, but once you get to a certain age, you don't care. Yeah. I think with me, I was just raised by the old school so much that you always got what you get. You feel me? I always had the saying, Sharita, you know, remember I was like, man, just when I thought I was going to be able to put my skirt completely on, now I got to put one leg in the skirt and one leg back in the damn pants.
I can't stand that. I can't stand wearing pants and skirts. They're so uncomfortable.
Disgusted. You know, the whole big old thing that's on social media, I'm so sick of it. You know, I'm about to start blocking people. Seriously, because every time you turn around, it's always somebody talking about submission. Men want women to be submissive to them, but what are you doing for the submission?
To make me submissive.
A woman should never be naturally submissive to a man straight off gate, because then she would be taken totally advantage of.
Hold on, because that's not, I get exactly what you're saying. I was writing something about this, but naturally, if we feel comfortable with the right person, we will be submissive.
That's the point that I'm making, but that's not what these posts are saying on social media. Like the way that they're having,
they're saying like bring him the plate with the big chicken.
No, not even just
mediocre
like
submission.
Just saying like women women don't know how to be submissive. No, because you know why? A lot of y'all men don't know how to be men.
And we don't know how. If you've been carrying the mantle your whole life.
But we do know women do, because it's nature versus it's nurture versus nature. It is our nature to be submissive, but not to just anyone.
Indeed.
You feel what I'm saying? Minister Farrakhan speaks on this. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad pointed it out. These are
Farrakhan be going in on the submission piece.
Like you want to talk like these men, and don't get me wrong, they're wrong in the sense where they want to raise the woman, they want to teach the woman, but you need the elder women to do so. That's who should be doing so. And the issue is that there's a disconnect between the
like Shahrazad Ali was saying. People got mad at her for writing that book, but that book was the truth. In a lot of ways.
I want to touch on that question that Carla just said, that she think that ages changes things. Yeah. I think as we get older, are we willing to change? Sometimes we settle in ourselves, you know, where we're not acceptable to changing when we meet someone or being balanced with that other person.
What do you think about that, Anna?
I'm adaptable. Like I'm cool. Like I feel like I was too accepting of things, so I dig it. That's the part that I'm learning right now. Cause I mean I'll be 40 Monday, so.
Yeah, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Thank you so much. So,
and to Anna's birthday, I have a birthday on Tuesday.
Okay.
That's what's up.
We on the cusp of magic.
Right.
And since we shouting out birthdays, you know my big sis Tay Tay, she is the 18th. So
good stuff.
Happy birthday.
Amen. Yeah. Happy birthday. Yeah, it ain't my season right now. But anyway, yeah, I come in the cold months. Me and Veep, we in the cold months.
No doubt.
Yeah,
What was
I feel
Carla's?
like-
What was Carla's question? I couldn't read it, guys.
The
I ain't got my
last thing
focus
she
on.
said was, and I don't trust you until you prove you can be trusted,
Hold
like
on.
most women.
Can I say something to that comment, Carlos? And
Yes.
I get that because I've been like that before, but I also noticed like sometimes we manifest people who can't be trusted by always be like, I can't trust you until you prove it. So you put that frequency in the air, like I ain't gonna be able to trust you, I ain't gonna be able to trust you because you gotta prove it. And then you call in that person, but if you go into trusting and trusting that all is gonna be well, even if it don't work out, then you can have a better calling in those type of energies that you can trust. Because if you automatically be like, oh, I can't trust you, I can't trust you, I can't, you're gonna keep repeatedly having that I can't trust you energy around.
I like that.
Now, some of it you can, I get some of it intuition, you be like, oh, no, I can't trust you. But then to always go with that same mindset for every single person, you're gonna keep getting the same result.
Yeah.
And then there's some people who will go out their way and try to prove that you can trust them. But like after a while, like that can be tiring.
Understood. So, ladies, what would it take other than consistency, stable psychological behavior,
Oh, I got one.
and not sending out the representative? What would it take to make you want to entertain the thought of dealing with someone else
If he has
at this point?
to have a disagreement and be able to argue, like that logic and that ability to like listen to the other person and not gaslight and all that stuff.
And still be able to take you to dinner, right?
Yeah.
Right. I can't. Oh, that was the worst. That was the pits when I was dating. Don't sit there and argue with me and then act like I'm your enemy. There's a way to disagree without making the person that you're dealing with romantically your enemy.
A lot of people, you can't have disagreements, you're automatically an enemy. Ooh, I've been there.
Because sometimes anxiety comes and triggers are triggered because, heightened emotions, heightened voices. Me personally, heightened voices and heightened emotions. And in the house I grew up in when I was young, I mean, I'm still, working through that type of thing simply because my mother is schizophrenic, right? So, and my dad, rest his soul, was an alcoholic. So that was real fun, y'all. And so anytime voices were raised, anytime argument ensued, I went ahead and grabbed the phone because 911 will be called, And so, you think about being in relationships where you're with somebody and they're tearing through the house, yelling. You're like Miss Seeley was whenever Mr. was looking for his socks. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen next? No. What was it? No, it was Suge Avery. She said, I'm gonna see what color she gonna paint the wall next. So real quick, guys, I want to ask, how much does intimacy play a part in the wants and needs of ladies in middle-aged relationships? How much does intimacy play at this point? Because when we was young, it used to mean a lot.
Everybody has the same definition of intimacy, and not a lot of people know that.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Levels.
Not a lot of people.
Let's get with the levels. Okay.
Sitting in. This is one thing that I noticed a lot of people have issues with.
First of all, break down levels of intimacy. Break it down real quick.
Right now, I'm just doing it old school.
Let's go.
I learned this by observing my elders. And I observed this so often that it prompted me at 10 years old to ask this question. When you can sit in the same space with your significant other and just do that, share the space, the stillness, the quietness, you on your own over here, he's doing his own thing over here, and every now and then you might glance up from your book or he might glance up from writing and y'all connect. All of that is intimacy. But a lot
Indeed.
of people can't handle that. When you can't sit in a space with somebody like that, you really don't know them. And there are some things that you both need to work on, because that right there in itself is the ultimate level of intimacy. Intimacy is not always a physical touch and, cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? That's foreplay. Intimacy and foreplay is two different things.
Foreplay is all day. If you're doing it right, you're both off work. Somebody cooked breakfast. Somebody washed the dishes. Oh, he washed the dishes after I cooked, and I ain't have to tell him. Oh my.
Do you know what that does to a grown woman? Especially when the brothers that just are, I don't know about y'all,
self-starters.
But man, no, forget that. A man that can do stuff with his hands. A man that can produce things.
That's a broad statement, Sunshine.
And I'm about to, no, seriously. No, it's not. When it's like, you like to refer to the Bible a lot, so you of all people should have known what I meant by that.
I do. I'm just making a joke.
Because a brother that could go out there and go get it.
Absolutely.
A brother that can go out there and say, forget buying you a house, I could build you a house. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. What? The power done got shut off, and don't worry about it. I can make a whole breakfast out on the grill. What? Things like that. Like, a handyman, like, for real, like, the jokes, how, the Cosby Show, Cliff really couldn't fix nothing. He was the doctor. You stay in the hospital. Don't fix nothing around the house. But
right.
Baby, let me tell you me. I love it when a man sees something broke and just jump right in and fix it, and then you be like, oh, wait. Oh, I didn't. Well, thank you. That'll get you a lot of more of what y'all be looking for if you did more stuff like that. Just one little example, but I see.
So
you want to break first before we get deep into this, because this part gonna get deep.
No, real quick.
Everybody's eyes lit up.
No, I need to go ahead and I want to go to another topic real quick. Anna, what is your comment on the intimacy aspect?
Oh, intimacy? No, I was listening because that was
good.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Y'all out there watching,
like being friends,
that, you better keep it.
Real friends, and you just have that respect for each other, that's of their space.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't compete with them.
And that I don't understand that whole aspect.
No, say that again for the people in the
back. I don't understand that whole aspect of competing with your woman.
We not in competition.
That part.
What is up with a man wanting to compete with a woman that he in a relationship with?
I think Raspberry commented on that.
Yeah, I've seen it on both sides, where the women compete and the men compete.
It's terrible. But
it really is.
The men that do it, they were raised by broken women. I mean, I'm sorry,
and we were raised by broken men, so it's like everyone's broken. Everyone needs to be fixed before they get involved.
Just filtering in.
That means you have to fix yourself before you get involved.
That's right. Y'all be seeing my posts that are friends with me. What I say, man, be your own piece before you try to be somebody else's piece.
And with that right there, that's where we can go to break. Right there. That was real good, y'all. Veet, what do you got for us today?
So today, the blast artist of the week is my man, K Davis. And this song is called Doug Fresh. Let's check it.
Come on. Start the show. We gon' party tonight. Come on. Wiggle it. Drop down, girl. Wiggle it. Drop down, girl. Wiggle it. Drop down, girl. Wiggle it. Oh, damn. Shorty looking good. She the type of chick I wanna see in my hood. Oh Lord, yeah, I wanna give her to her body on fire. Put a little wiggle to ya. Get a loose, lady, yeah, you the truth, lady. We can ride out, lean back in Mercedes. 2022, you grown, girl, you 22. I'm a bronze dude, that show you what this money do. Big house, big car, something stunners do. Let it act up, try to come at you. I exercise my muscles, crazy, plus you on point. You got a bite like a joint. To your dance, girl, let them all see it. You the life of the party, come on, be it. Lot of ice on your wrist, see your neck, ski it. Tag your girlfriend, put her on the floor, see it. Do your dance, girl, get nasty. Do your dance, girl, get nasty. Do your dance, girl, get classy. Do your dance, girl, get nasty. I want everybody to back up from the ropes. Back up from the ropes. It's gonna happen right now. It's going down. She gonna get it. She gonna get it. We all gonna get it. Let's go. Get it, girl. Let me see you. Drop down on the floor and do the E. Get it, girl. You the best. Let me see you hit the floor and go fresh. Get it, girl. Let me see you. Drop down on the floor and do the E. Get it, girl. You the best. Let me see you hit the floor and go fresh. Get it, girl. Let me see you. Drop down on the floor and do the E. Get it, girl. You the best. Let me see you hit the floor and go fresh. Get it, girl. Let me see you. Drop down on the floor and do the E. Get it, girl. You the best. Let me see you hit the floor and go fresh.
And that's my man, K. Davis, the Hitman, with a song about his uncle, Dougie Fresh.
That was cool.
Yep.
I like that beat.
Yes, indeed. So, if you're an independent artist, even up-and-coming comedian, or a spoken word poet that would like some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. That's blastmusic247.com, changing the industry one artist at a time.
One artist at a time.
Hint at Raspberry.
Yeah, I was thinking it.
Yeah, peep it. This is good stuff, Raspberry. You're gonna be, your mind is blown right now. Mind blown.
Mm-hmm. Artist right there. She got
For
some
shizzle.
right there. Yeah. You know, there's always nothing behind the
You definitely need to connect with the Veep. But yes, guys, the Blast Music Artist of the Week is something exciting because every single week he comes with something really strong, and like these artists are not whack. they're really, really great independent artists. So subscribe to Blast Music 24/7. And what's the website?
It is blastmusic247.com.
Gotcha. Thank you. All right. Getting back to the wants and needs of women and middle-aged women in relationships. We left off on find peace within yourself before you move on to someone else, right? Does everyone feel like, and I mean, if you want to be transparent, you can. Most everybody on here real anyway, so it's not like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be first to say, I'm still a work in progress. I'm still allowed to be a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. Yeah. But I think the mindfulness of knowing that you have some things that you work out is half the battle. Some people don't think they have anything to work out, and they still continue on try to get into these relationships. Hence the covert narcissists.
It ain't me.
Hence the gaslighters. Yeah, and I mean, it's a sickness actually, because they're sitting here going around ruining people's lives. Does everyone feel like they're in a place where they can substantiate a relationship if it fell in their lap at this point? Or do you think that, you know, most everybody still has a little bit of work to do? I'm married. I know I still got work. I'm always gonna work.
Let me add my 2 cents to it.
Go ahead.
Here's the reality that everyone needs to get a grip on. We're living in a world of imperfect people. And when it comes to getting in a relationship, exactly. When it comes to you wanting to get into a relationship, you need to give that person grace because of their imperfection, and in turn need to reciprocate that grace, knowing I ain't got it all either. When you have that kind of dynamic and you're both willing to be forgiving, to give grace, to grow together, all I know is for myself, that bond gets tighter.
And it's unlimited.
Exactly. There is no unexpected, what's the word? Brain fart. There's no unexpected expectations because of I'm lacking and, you're lacking. So we're two imperfect people smoothing out our rough edges together. And it's been a beautiful journey. And that's another thing. Enjoy the journey. Don't get like a horse with blinders. Allow the opportunity.
Don't get so fixated on make the relationship work. Make the relationship work.
It has to go this way. It can't do this. You can't
go
hoops and hurdles. You just gotta go straight.
So the situation, like I agree with Sunshine, that there's always this, men are wanting submission and women are wanting a man to make $100,000 a year and stuff. And these are some crazy expectations.
Because these women aren't making that kind of money.
Exactly. Nor will they keep the attention of a man that's making that kind of money.
Exactly. Because they got too much.
But maybe if you get together at a place, y'all both can make that money together.
Right.
But exactly. But that has to be the person that is opening or willing to open for someone like that, and vice versa. So, like, straight up, Twitter this weekend, like, soured my soul because there's so much division.
Damn.
That's the perfect way to put it. There is so much division.
Not about the Anita Baker and Babyface post.
That's everything. But I mean, black, white, women, men. You know what I'm saying? There was just so much division.
The beefing ground now.
Exactly.
Oh, that's what Twitter is now.
Yeah, it done changed to that. We're changing something serious when you got black.
So it done turned into Black Planet.
You got black Twitter, you got regular Twitter, but regular Twitter done morphed into the trolling battleground.
It's terrible.
I am so glad that I'm on the sports version of Twitter, not the regular human people on Twitter. So I do not get to encounter all of that.
I mess around with Reddit. A little bit. Reddit is very informative. I like information.
I like Reddit.
Yeah. That's backed up by Serena Williams' husband, Alexis Ohanian Sr. Yeah, but
that like with the submission thing that I was bringing out, like and if you notice, everything that I said didn't even have nothing to do about monetary gain, financial value.
That's true. Yeah,
everything that I said has everything to do with the character. Because if your character is shit, the relationships you are involved in are going to be shit. And that means friendships, relationships,
you reap what you sow.
Business relationships,
everything.
Your character is really, really going to determine where whatever a relationship you're in, where it goes. Like, it's not priding yourself on it, but being able to say that your face is good should mean something to you. And I don't mean, you know what I'm saying, it looks good physically. Your name should be able to be dropped in the space where you're physically not in and it still gets respected. That's character. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine if you got two people like that in the relationship or wanting to aspire to be like that. Just having the same one is going to get you. Yeah. That's the balance. And then that's that team effort. And then, y'all take on the world from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
what you think, Martin?
Gotta prove it to each other first, though.
What you think about that, Martin?
I mean, I agree. I had this thought when we was on break, because we was talking about peace a lot and talk about sometimes, you can have a facade, men and women. And my question is that, and this is for men and women to answer, when you found peace within yourself and you decide to open up for a relationship, and that person see how peaceful your soul is, your spirit is, and they have a very this unhealthy spirit within themselves, and they can't stand when you are peaceful, and they want to unravel
disrupt
your whole
you.
being. You know what I'm saying? Why? It's like they want you to fit into their world of, I call it, destruction.
Misery.
Yeah. World of disdain.
Yeah, but I call it destruction because it feels like they want to destroy or mold you into what they want you to be. But when you at peace with yourself, you should, I won't say seek or allow, I think God spiritually bring someone peaceful into your life to balance you out, instead of just finding, because
Go ahead, Martin. I was waiting for somebody to say that. Go ahead.
Because like Veep said, is that everybody has flaws, but you don't have to take on everybody's flaws regardless. So like me personally, like I'm not fully built, but don't trip because God ain't through with me yet.
No doubt.
I know that's right.
So therefore, I value my time and my space and my peace, and I'm not going to allow somebody to come in and unravel that. If we could balance each other out, then it works. But if I don't see it as balancing or healthy for me, it's not going to work.
But
that happens whenever you develop self-value. I don't know who on here, I don't know who I'm talking to on here that might have had to develop their self-value over a period of time. Some of us have been confident for life. Some of us actually had to gain confidence through pain. And, me personally, I value myself more than I ever have. And therefore, I'm not willing to take, and I think that came with age, guys, because you're nearing 50, and we talked about what over the hill meant and stuff like that. But the life expectancy is 80, but we're 45. Well, I'm 46. And it's like, when am I going to really start taking myself seriously? And the value and the peace was the deal breaker in a lot of different things, all the way down to my mother, all the way down to my children. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not going to let my mother and my children disrupt my peace, I'm damn sure not going to let anybody else do that.
Right.
It's...
I agree.
Go ahead.
No, I actually agree.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Raspberry.
Okay, so I agree with you on that on self-value. I believe that, like, more we accept ourselves and get to know who we are, we value ourselves, and we start to feel like, okay, I am valuable. However, I wanted to mention something we said earlier about like growing and like connections. Similar to like there's times where we get in connections and one of the partners may stop growing and stop aligning, and like we come in here, we growing together, and then like for instance, for myself, I've been in a relationship where I was growing and my growth kind of pushed us away and they become stagnant, and then now they triggered by my growth. Now you're doing this and doing this, and like you're healing, but I choose to remain the same and comfort in my similarities, and we no longer have nothing in common because I have evolved and they haven't evolved. And I think that's another thing in relationships where when you're choosing to be with someone that y'all are choosing to grow together, because of course we are not fully healed. Nobody on this planet, that's why we back here. We are not fully healed. We might master a certain level, we might heal certain things, but we'll never be fully healed. We're going to constantly continue to grow, but just choosing someone who's going to grow with you and be in alignment with growth with you. So that's what I wanted to say. I want to touch on that and your self-value and self-acceptance.
Absolutely.
Like you was mentioning, Sharita, like a lot of people don't understand. A lot of times that self-value also can develop from what you experienced in your own environment. So what you seen as a child, I don't care what no one says, that molds you into the adult that you become.
Absolutely.
You either liked what you saw,
or you didn't.
The opposite. Or you didn't like what you saw and did the opposite. You see what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely,
because there's some people who say that they've had the worst childhood. They've seen the worst relationships between the parents or just the adults in their family, but then turned around
and do the same damn thing.
Same damn relationship.
And I emulated those relationships for many years.
But do you?
And I'm thankful that I was able to see something different.
What I'm getting at. The sad part is when they think that it is okay. You see that was wrong, and you had to grow from that. But there are so many people that just because
manipulation gets you places. You know how that works.
That's not what I'm saying. People think, because I've literally heard someone say this, and I mean, I was stuck, where they said, well, I went through it, so it's nothing.
That don't mean it ain't nothing to the person that you with.
I had to see that as a kid coming up. So if my kids see it, oh well, so what? Oh, my mama was abused, so that means it's okay. Oh, my father wasn't, and like, so I ain't, because you know what I'm saying? Like they've become complacent in those stereotypes.
That's the word.
And they're
complacent
comfortable because it doesn't force them to be better.
That part.
Because I went through this, I saw this, my parents was like this, so it's okay because they did it, and look how I turned out. I'm fine, not knowing that really you dying inside.
You're not dying.
Like we die daily, and that's one of the things when you can't get rid of that. That stuff is part of the ego as well. It's not a good ego to have, but it's still an ego, and a lot of people
nonetheless
don't think that way either.
Yeah. Anybody want to speak on that part before we move on to the next thing? We got 7 good minutes.
I believe that's accurate. People are just conditioned in their head. They see it. They keep repeating the same patterns, and they feel like it's okay. It's something they know. That's all they know. So they're gonna do what they know. And even if they try to do something else, it's just still out of the norm. So they revert right back to doing it. So I agree with you on that. I have seen that.
So is it fair to say that when we're considering the wants and needs of middle-aged women in relationships, we need to start with ourselves? Mm-hmm. Is that what that's the message you would give the women out here? Stop having these high expectations for other people until you meet high expectation for yourself?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I think that's for anyone to start with self, because what you're looking for is always start within. Peace, love, a friend, all that. You cannot achieve any of that. I mean, you might, God be blessing folks, but in order to achieve that, you gotta have it within. Because if not, you're gonna sabotage. You're gonna self-sabotage it. You ain't gonna know how to really accept it. You're not gonna be comfortable really in it until you fully like, okay, I got all these within me, and now I can see it on the outside. Because if you can't see it within you, you're gonna have a hard time seeing it on the outside. And
that
I
part,
think that's
yep.
important. And you said something else, and I was like, light bulb went off. Hold on. What was the other part of that?
I was saying, so it's safe to say that basically, women in the women in pursuit of their wants and needs need to start with themselves.
Yeah.
We'll have to listen to it on the replay.
It was saying the standard, basically setting the standard, like once you know what you've already experienced and you know that ain't what you like, boom, you already know you're not accepting that no more.
Right.
You already know
that part.
As soon as you start to see that, nope, pause, flag on the
and don't be scared. And don't be scared to stop it. Because most of the time,
stand on that. Because
most of the time,
don't ignore the red flag.
Oh, they so dreamy and they giving me this attention.
But he do this from time to time. But he alright. No.
Yeah, don't settle.
You don't stand on your words and they can't stand on theirs. That's how I feel. You don't stand on what it is that you're on, then how to respect somebody else stand on it.
That's
and
right.
When it comes to the expectations, I feel like sometimes expectations lead to disappointments. Now you can have an ideal, you have a goal, but to expect someone to be a certain way, and you are two different individuals, you're gonna get your feelings hurt, to be honest with you. Now, it's a pressure that comes through. Of course, we want to have certain standards for ourselves and boundaries for ourselves, but to fully have an expectation for someone to, you're not living that person's life, they're not going to fully I'm not saying they're not. They might achieve your expectations, but just to be mindful with expectations, so they're very tricky.
Now I'm gonna tell you this: the only thing I expect is for you to hold your word, and that there's some adjectives I was gonna say before that.
That's it.
That's the only thing that I.
Your word is your bond. Don't lie to me about what you.
If you tell me that this is the man you want to be for me, guess what? I expect.
I'll help you
because you said it to me. I didn't say this is what I want in you. The purpose is knowing what you like, so you don't get the BS
and bring it to the table. Don't build yourself based on me.
Yeah, but it's also
exactly
the job of the other person is to really make you love the person that they are by what they show you, by
loving them where they are.
You feel what I'm saying? Like this. Oh, I want this, that. He gotta look like this. She gotta look like that. But then you got somebody who, they also on social media. Oh, how these two people got together? Because I bet you his spirit is beautiful as hell. I bet you her spirit is beautiful. Spirit will get you a long, far away than looks.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? And it just so happens that some folks whose spirit is so good and pure that it makes them look good and pure on the outside too.
My cover photo says we're a spirit and a body, and the process is basically making the spirit beautiful, not the exterior. Not that we don't take care of ourselves, but I'm saying building yourself characteristically and building yourself spiritually is one of the most important things that you can do. One, because it's get you closer to God. Two, it keeps you closer to self. What were you gonna say, Raspberry?
No, all of that is. I had to use some. Not doing that. That is accurate. I almost didn't forget what I was about to say. That's real right there. Going somewhere with it. Y'all got it.
So Anna, do you have anything to add to this?
Can I ask her this question? Can I ask her the question?
Hold on 1 second.
I want to ask her that question.
As long as it's not going to take too long, because we got 2 more minutes.
Let her answer that. But I want to ask the question from the beginning of the show.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add to what we just stated?
I learned a lot from y'all today.
Oh,
and I appreciate it. And I mean,
we appreciate you too.
40, we're in the same age, but the advice was there, and I'm gonna take it.
That's right.
Like it was.
And you can continue to tune into the MiddlePage Podcast because we give all kinds of middle age advice. You can even come on the show again if you feel like it.
Okay, if you want me to.
Absolutely.
Next time. This is my first podcast.
It's okay. We understand you. We understand you a little. You shake the jitters off. We all folk. Sunshine, what did you want to ask?
Because she said something that was so. You know me. I was coming from the petty side of it. To make jokes about it. But honestly, because for people who choose to date people at the workplace. Because that's a big peeve to her. I'm just saying that's a no for me. You feel
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's not a pet peeve. It's just a no for me. Like knowing your state.
And I know why.
But what I'm saying is for those who might see this, you said y'all still work together.
I mean, yeah.
Please, because not everybody can do that. You get what I'm saying? Share how you're growing through that experience.
Oh, God got me. God will have your blessings prepared on the table in front of your enemies, and that's what I found where I work at.
Bam.
So, she done got promoted 3 times since that situation.
I'm about to do it again, and they mad.
Mad as hell.
Yeah.
Big mad.
But yeah, there's good ones, but I'm fighting in a world of corporate stuff.
Is it no disrespect to y'all? Is it corporate testosterone you fighting against?
Yes.
That needs to be another
And
show.
that goes with the women there too. So
Oh yeah.
Oh, they got corporate testosterone too.
Uh-huh. A whole
Mhm.
lot of it.
but
Whole
like
lot.
I said, Skeeter was with me and God, because
Mhm.
it's been me against everybody.
Mm.
I've
I hear
been
you.
thrown in the middle, I've had to fight a lot. But that's a book coming one day.
No doubt.
Listen, write that book,
Up
Anna.
that here, you heard it first on the Middle Page Podcast. That's a book
Right.
that's coming. She
Looking
said it.
from Anna Maria Roberto.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Oh yeah.
the
You
full
can't
name.
say that around us.
Oh no, we gonna manifest that in your life. Tell her, Raspberry, that's what happens.
I got a lot. But yeah.
Shoot. Talk about books real quick. Raspberry, we don't do shameless plugs, but talk about it real quick. 30 seconds.
Well, I'm just so happy you have me Handy Daddy Book ready to sign here.
Damn.
So I have a book called Solutions, Affirmative Solutions for Your Soul Healing. So this is a book of guided messages. I talk about different things such as breathing, triggering, masculine and feminine energy. I talk about purging your old life and just embracing yourself. Some of everything you can kind of think about. This is the first edition. But with each thing that I talk about, I do provide affirmations for it. So, and key exercise to kind of help you get through it. This is a book where someone can go to daily. They don't have to sit there and read it and try to learn it. But okay, I'm feeling grief today, and it's different forms. Let me go read about some grief. Oh, okay, I need to feel some gratitude. Let me go read about some gratitude or whatever it
nice.
is.
And it's indexed like that. It's indexed by attribute.
Yes, it is
Good.
indexed by each thing I have on the table of contents here. So as you feel that lack and scarcity, empowerment, the power of protection, strength, your dualities, because, we have dualities and we have to bring them in balance, because what people consider might be dark it might be actually what you need right now at the time. Just talking about harmony within, self-forgiveness. A lot of times we have times forgiving ourselves from certain decisions or why we ain't in certain places and stuff like that. And, I just go into depth about it and different.
Where can they find this book?
Mind of the Matter. So this book can be found on Amazon KDP or HeavyEnergyUniversity.com.
All right.
And I will also be having other books after this. I have too much information, but I had to just try to get this one out first. But
mind you,
yeah.
Mind you, guys. Go ahead. I'm just so excited because we talked about this the last time I saw you. I want to say was the bonfire the last time I saw you, or the last time that we were?
We talked about this at the vegan market when we actually sat.
The vegan. That's it. Because we were able to talk, and she told me she was writing this book.
Plugs. Bam! Both of them right there. The best vegan dishes out there in the land. I'm just saying. I'm sitting here eating these.
She can cook. She can cook.
These cashews had me thinking about that cashew Alfredo you got.
She can cook.
Sharita with them chickpeas and the brown gravy that she said was messed up that I still been craving ever since. You see how they be doing me, V?
That's messed up.
And so I do talk about this book, and there's many books that it's on me. I'm used as a vessel with information, and I just wanted this to be, and I chose gold because a lot of people think white is the most spiritual color, but gold is the highest.
That's right.
And so I chose that, and I kind of got no offense to the Christian folks up in here, but I wanted it to be like a book of like how people refer to the Bible, but in life it's more relatable because these are topics that we talk about, attitudes and fears and worries and stress and how can I get past this? I feel stagnant right now, just and it's something that can be passed down, and it'll kind of help people to relearn the patterns that's for that higher vibration, and stop creating the same cycles and patterns,
Mm-hmm.
So,
we'll catch that book on Amazon. What is the title and what is the author's name so they can find it on Amazon?
So on Amazon it's called Solutions, like the soul and nutrients. And it's affirming the solution for the soul healing. So there's many solutions, but this one is affirming it. So we can apply. Because a lot of times we find solutions and we're not applying the solutions. And here we are. We know all this stuff and we still in the same position.
And what's the author's name so they can find it by that as well?
Queens Raspberry is my name. Queens Raspberry. So that can be found there.
All right now. Thank you so much.
And on Heavy Energy University, it's a PDF format, right?
Yeah, and the
It's
paperback
downloadable.
book. Yeah. PDF
Cool.
and the paperback.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of everyone on here because everyone in these little boxes is doing their own little thing. Oh, excuse me, not little, their own thing.
We doing big things.
We don't want to diminish anyone. We don't want to diminish anyone. Everyone's doing their thing. And shouts out to Livewire Entertainment picking up on the amateur golfing circuit, and shouts out to Blast. Shouts out to Blast Music being nominated for awards. And just everyone's making moves in their own right.
Awards, August.
Yeah.
6th.
That's 4 of them.
Yeah, that's 4. Look, he said the 4 of them. Did you do that? Yeah.
Just 4. Just 4.
Just 4.
Just 4.
That's all.
Oh.
And then Anna Maria Roberto is gonna have a book coming out in the coming months or year. We'll see. She's gonna pray about it.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming. It ain't.
And then of course, Sunshine's gonna do a little more healing again.
Yeah, I'll have a little more healing event soon.
Real soon.
Just switching gears, and getting the boys' children's book out first.
That's right. Royal Sons.
Yeah, that book is finished. Shouts out to Tayon for, holding us down, being our illustrator. Thanks to Sharita getting married because he made her a gift. And I was just like, I don't have the time to draw it myself. I need an illustrator. And their energy got to be right. And she said, look at my gift. And I said, who did that? And she said, it's Tayon. I said, bro, stop playing. You need to be the illustrator for the boys' book. He was like, okay, cool. And that's how it happened. So we forever locked in. Like now, all the books that we do, he's our illustrator because you know how to keep it looking the same.
Consistent.
Consistent. You know me. I'm about being consistency. Hey, my relationship.
When I think about consistency in books, I think about the Shel Silverstein books when we grew up, and how the artwork was the same every time, or even Seuss.
Yep.
Or even Bernstein Bears. So having the same illustrator throughout your whole, writing experience is definitely a plus.
Yeah, that's look.
Okay.
I'm an 81 baby, so that's where I got the idea from.
Word. So check this out. We've been talking about the wants and needs of women in middle-aged relationships. Middle-aged women in relationships. And we've had so much input tonight. I'm so excited for this particular show because we gave a lot of insight to people that they might not have understood before. Look forward to the next episode of the MiddlePage Podcast next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Thank you everyone for coming on and enjoying time with us. I'm Sharita C.W. Dela Cruz, and we out.
Good night, everyone.
See you.
Nice to meet y'all. I'll see y'all again.